Hello everybody and welcome back to For Real. I hope November is going well for you so far. Thank you so much for supporting us by subscribing to our channel and liking our videos. This helps us because YouTube shows our videos to more prospective viewers and helps us to make more money. And that means more money donated to charities here in Cambodia. In the description of this and every video, you can see how much we've given and who we've given it to. We are honest and transparent about this because it's something we feel strongly about. Don't forget, you can join us over on Instagram as well for other bits and pieces between videos. Today's accompanying ride is our first from Phnom Penh. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of November 2021. November the 1st was much hyped as the reopening of Cambodia. So what has reopened? 531 kindergartens and primary schools, both public and private. Weddings are also now allowed with attendees limited to 50. Cinemas and gyms are now open for the first time in a very long time. Phnom Penh's capital administration has reinstated public transport, including the bus and ferry services. This got me interested, so I did a bit of Googling to find out about Phnom Penh's bus system. From what I can see, there are 15 different bus lines, and line 13 passes very nearby our building, so I'm going to get on board and see what the bus service here is like one day. It's free for the first week, and then tickets are going back to their usual cost of 1,500 Riel or 37 cents. It's a flat fee regardless of how far you travel. It's always free for seniors, small children, disabled people, monks, teachers and students. In-house dining at restaurants with alcohol service, well, maybe. It's still restricted in some places and totally okay in others. So a lot of businesses have reopened. Now to the activities considered to be high risk for COVID transmission. KTV and bars remain closed, but it seems if you serve bar snacks, you can be classed as a restaurant and everything will be fine. The Ministry of Health yesterday received 9 ultra-low temperature freezers, or ULT freezers, capable of storing the mRNA-type vaccines such as Pfizer at temperatures of between -20 and -80 degrees Celsius. The freezers were donated by UNICEF through the COVAX facility and were the first cooling system of this type to store vaccines in Cambodia. They can also be used to store blood. Cambodia is slated to receive 6.6 million vaccine doses through COVAX and has so far received 38% of those. Cambodia has crossed the 10 million mark in its vaccination campaign, with 10,072,248 adults having their first dose. Of these, 9,638,892 have received both doses, leaving around 300,000 more to reach the 10 million fully vaccinated adults mark. At this point, herd immunity will be declared. It has taken just under 9 months to achieve this incredible milestone. In the 12 to 17 years age group, 97.89% have received their first dose. The 6 to 12 year age group is winning, with 101.22% having had their first dose. In total, around 13,709,487 of Cambodia's population of 16 million have been vaccinated. That's 85.68%. About 2 million people have had their third dose. Let's talk about border reopening. The Minister of Economy and Finance said that the special sandbox scheme to allow quarantine-free visits to Sihanoukville, Koh Rong and Darsakor from November the 30th was only a first step in the overall strategy to gradually reopen the country to international visitors. He said the sandbox scheme will be closely monitored and evaluated and, if successful, will lead to the opening up of the whole country for quarantine-free visits. If Cambodia follows Thailand's lead, it will hopefully open up to fully vaccinated tourism by the end of this year or the start of next year. We will leave a link to a website that has clear explanations of the restrictions and requirements currently in place. As we all know, after 2 years of COVID, things can change very quickly. Another thing that is extremely quick is planes. Airlines are starting to make plans for the increase in demand. Bangkok Airways has announced it will resume flights between Bangkok and Phnom Penh from the 1st of December. Flights will depart every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. Bangkok Airways will use an Airbus A320 to service the route, in case you like knowing those kinds of things. Food and beverage services will be suspended and passengers cannot bring food or drink on board. All crew members will wear masks and gloves when on duty, and all passengers will be required to wear a mask at all times during the flight. Malaysia Airlines is restarting its direct service from Kuala Lumpur to Phnom Penh on the 19th of November. It plans to fly every Friday, depending on the number of passengers, adding Saturday and Sunday flights from December the 4th and 5th. The flight is just under 2 hours and will cost about $106 for a seat in economy. At the moment, there's an average of 5 flights coming into Cambodia each day. Places of origin are Taiwan, Singapore, China, South Korea and Hong Kong. So far, there's no news about Siem Reap Airport reopening, although there is a Cambodia Airways flight scheduled to depart from there later tonight. One door opens and another is slammed shut. Under the cover of this year's Halloween, criminals thrive and police are active. Police arrested 66 people in a single day. Drug busts and crimes have been increasing over the past few months, with the biggest drug seizure being 300 kilos of drugs confiscated from a boat in Koh Kong. Further reports stated that the drugs originated from Laos and were in transit towards Thailand before they were seized by authorities. We recently saw this headline: Home Alone, police arrests group of home burglars. I'm unsure if the reporter has ever seen the movie Home Alone. Like the crooks straight out of Home Alone, a group of people broke into homes in Prea Sihanouk and stole possessions and money. The crooks were caught on security camera and arrested. So really it was just a break and enter. No child at home protecting his house with truly horrific acts of violence? Nothing. So from Home Alone to Police Academy. Any tourists coming to Phnom Penh, don't fear. Police officers have been ordered to station themselves at popular tourist destinations to ensure security for tourists now that the capital has reopened. Tourism police officers have to ensure security and maintain public order at popular tourist destinations such as Wat Phnom, Chungek Killingfield and other venues, especially along the riverside in front of the Royal Palace. They will also investigate any verbal complaints and arrest any offenders who cause harm to tourists. Police will also patrol tourist destinations and prevent any untoward activities. Phnom Penh is really dominating the news this week. In Phnom Penh, a fake police car was towed away by a real police truck. If you want to check the story in the comments section, there's a really good photo of this. A police tow truck was brought in to take away the luxury Mercedes car, which came complete with a fake license plate, a siren and police logo. I wonder if this is Mr. Idle's new ride. Maybe his idea of blending in so as not to draw attention to himself. The Ministry of Religion and Cults has been investigating a TikTok video that went viral. In the video, a man dressed as a monk dances with a young woman. The behaviour debases the value of Buddhism and is actually against the law. Article 508 of the Penal Code, Chapter 5, stipulates that wearing a Buddhist robe without the rite carries a sentence of between 6 days to 3 months imprisonment and a fine of between $25 and $125. Chief of the Phnom Penh Mahanakaya sect, Venerable Kim Sawn, yesterday said that people should not look down on any religion by making fun of them like this, because if the doer consciously mocks a religion, they may be reborn in hell. The Japanese government has donated 39 vehicles to help support Cambodia's chairship of ASEAN in 2022. The Japanese ambassador to Cambodia presented the vehicles to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation on the 1st of November. The vehicles will significantly help Cambodia when making logistical arrangements this coming year. A lot of dignitaries from other ASEANs will be visiting, and what better way to say welcome to Cambodia than a fleet of shiny gold Camrys? Let's talk about Cambodia's funky gibbons. Cambodia's effort to protect its wildlife has paid dividends, with the kingdom now believed to have the highest number of endangered pileated gibbons in the world. There are an estimated 65,000 of these gibbons worldwide, and Cambodia has about 35,000 of them, mostly in the Cardamom Mountains. These gibbons are rare and are listed as endangered worldwide. The gibbons are found in dense and semi-dense forests. They live in groups of between 2 and 5 and give birth to a single offspring after 210 days of gestation, but they only have them every 2 or 3 years. Fun fact, the frilled shark, which is found on the coasts of South Africa and Chile, has the longest gestation period, which is 42 months. And that's it, you're up to date with all the latest news in Cambodia. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to have a look at the links to the stories in the comments section. There's also links to all the other channels that we follow in the description of this and every video. There's the information about the charities that we support, all sorts of other things that you may be interested in, so have a look. Join us over on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.